Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday the 2nd of May 2023. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the Reserve Bank of Australia lifted the benchmark cash rate by 25 basis points today. Surprising many market watchers, Governor Philip Lowe warned that there could be more rate rises to come, saying that while inflation has peaked at 7%, it's still too high. The Aussie dollar jumped sharply, up nearly 1 cent to almost 67 US cents. Bond yields surged, with 3-year bonds rising 16 basis points to 3.2%, suggesting professional investors think interest rates will stay higher for longer. Story number 2 is related. The 2:30pm announcement today from the central bank triggered a sharp sell-off in the S&P ASX 200. By the end of the day, it closed nearly 1% lower to finish at 7,267 points. Real estate stocks, which are particularly sensitive to interest rates because they carry so much debt, were hardest hit, with the Real Estate Investment Trust Index down more than 2%. Telcos, energy and industrial stocks were also hit hard. They were selling across the board. Only one top 20 stock closed higher, and that was Newcrest Mining. Among the very large companies, Telstra led the way down, dropping 2.3%, while Transurban was off 2.1%. The big 4 banks were relative outperformers, even though they all ended lower, because higher rates help their profit margins. Best on the day, among the top 200 anyway, was Cleanaway Waste, which upgraded its earnings forecast. Computershare was worst, down 5%. Story number 3. It's a week to go before Jim Chalmers outlines his second budget, and today the Treasurer announced changes to superannuation payments. Rather than being paid quarterly, super contributions will be paid alongside wages. It will reduce the number of people who aren't paid super, the Treasurer says. Workers lose billions of dollars each year in unpaid super, and that's what they're trying to stop. The Treasurer was also asked if there'd be an increase in job seeker payments. He didn't quite deny that one, so we'll have to wait and see. Also, Australian Defence Force personnel will be given $400 million for retention bonuses to help slow the thousands of people leaving the armed forces. Permanent ADF members will be eligible to receive a $50,000 bonus near the end of their initial mandatory period of service if they commit for another 3 years. 3,400 personnel will be able to benefit within the first 3 years. Story number 4, Woolworths posted an 8% jump in sales during the March quarter thanks to improving supply of products. Australia's biggest grocer said that total sales across the business was $16.3 billion for the quarter, thanks to a big jump in its food business, which accounts for about 3/4 of total turnover. Woolies X, which includes the loyalty program, also had a strong quarter. So too did the New Zealand food business Countdown. The group said that private label item sales grew sharply as shoppers continued to trade down, looking for better value as a result of household budget pressures. Chief Executive Officer Brad Banducci said he's seeing signs of overall moderation in inflation in food, though there are still pockets of sharply rising prices. And story number 5, some good news. The competition watchdog has rejected the NBN's proposal for higher prices on some plans and cheaper prices on others, and asked for new ideas to make broadband more affordable and effective. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission rejected what's known as the Special Access Undertaking from the NBN. It's basically the framework that allows the NBN to be commercially viable and provides consumers with affordable access to the network. The NBN proposal would have increased prices on slower, mass market internet plans, but dropped the cost of faster and less utilised speeds. The big telcos like Telstra and Optus would have had to push through price rises on the most popular 50 megabits per second plans. Now, the ACCC said the proposed SAU would not have done enough to address consumer concerns about poor NBN service quality or take inefficient costs out of the retail supply chain and promote retail competition. Hence, back to the drawing board for the NBN. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 2nd of May, 2023. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. The top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.